Hi everybody, it's me, Linda. I want to thank everybody for their wonderful, wonderful response about this little cute card. I have to move quick. I have had made this video 3 times already. I'm working with regular typing paper. Whenever I make a card that I want to just work with a template or make my own, I always work with the cheaper paper because it saves money. So you're going to start with an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, cardstock. You're going to cut, it's 5.5 inches high and it's 10 3/4 inches. You're going to score at 3 inches and you're going to score at 8 inches, and then it folds like so. Okay? Then you're going to cut two flaps. They're both they're both 3 inches across and it looks like 2.5 inches wide. Okay, and then you're also going to cut one for the button front. It's 5.5 inches high, and it's also 5.5 inches here and a 1/2 inch this way. This width will determine on what size button, so just make sure you know you can adjust that. Okay, now for the little flaps in the front, this big scallopy looking thing, you're going to take your two papers that you cut identical. You're going to find the center. Okay, and I made a pencil mark, 1/2 inch on each side. It's what I like. You can make it higher, lower, whatever you want. And this is a circle. It's a nestability, whichever size I liked. I lined up with those dots, okay, and I just drew my one side like this to where you end up, and it's like so. When you get that, you're going to take and you're going to cut them out to where it looks like this. Once you get it to this point, you're going to take your stamp, and I use the Flourish stamp set from Rubbernecker. It's one of their new sets out. So I used that and I stamped it this way, and then I just turned it and stamped it alternate. And then I took my my Stampin' Write marker. It's old, I've had them forever, the Brilliant Blue, and on the pin side I took and drew my stitching. You're going to want to do this on both flaps in the front, and you're going to want to do your stitching down the button front, and that's how you get your design. Okay, now I was really concerned about how to show you how to do the collar. I just eyeballed this, and I know everybody's going to want a pattern, and this is how you can make a pattern. I'm sorry I'm using white. It's the cheapest thing I could do with the typing paper, and just use something over and over and over. As you'll notice, I've used quite a bit to show you how to do this. Typing paper, you can see through it. So what I did, and the first thing you want to make sure you do is because this is like my collar. I'm going to show you how I got that idea. See how this is perfect for that collar edge. Okay, so all I did was I thought, well shoot, that's half of the battle right there. So remembering that, I want to make sure that this is a little flap. You don't want it to cover up the entire front area. I just lined it up like so. Now I already have lines here, so I can cheat and go a little faster. Key points you want to remember. You want to make this sure that this portion here, I'm going to move my hand, is in the center of your little button area. And once you find that, and you kind of want to make sure these might be really close in size. This may be off a little bit. This side's going to be longer than this side, so they're not the same. So once you do that, you're going to take your pencil and you're going to draw around. See, you can see, that's all I did was I can see the card underneath, so I just made my own pattern. Also knowing that this is the center, and I want them to overlap just a tad. I don't want it too wide. I know I'm going to come up here. I just eyeball this. And now I cut this out, and I'm only going to do one. This is where I got hung up last time. I go dot to dot, cut this out. Ladies, you can do anything. You can scallop these, you can cut a nestability, you can do whatever you want, have a little rounded collar. But what this will do is that this will line up on your corner. This comes here, and of course you're going to do the same with this area here. And then you'll have your collar. So I hope you understand that. Just know that line it up and match your dots, and that should help you make your collar. So with that, now I'm going to take my stamp, and I'm going to, the ink I'm using for this is the denim from the Adirondack dye pad from Ranger, and see, it's like so. And I like this when I'm using these big backgrounds. This has got a handle on it. So all I'm going to do is just make sure I'm over my fold and off the edge of the front, and I'm going to mash down, and it probably won't turn out perfectly, but voila. And then and you're going to do that on both sides, and you're going to fold it down, and to get this shadowing that's up underneath here, you're going to take one of your little guys here, and you're going to trace. You're going to do this on both sides, and it gives you a light pencil. So when you come in with your stamp pad, excuse me, you're going to just shade lightly, or your sponge, and then you're going to really shade off the edge. Now I'm not going to do this because I'm going to show you what it's going to, and you just kind of work until you get it blended out very nice, until you end up, I know this is going to be dark, but it's for the camera, this is what you get. So when you place this, you have this. Notice how this isn't finished. It's okay, because this is going to cover that. So when you do that, that gives you this front, and it doesn't come to the edge. Okay? When you, this is the final thing, I promise. If you'll see here, I did my stitching and I sponged, and I attached these with the, I'll take this off. Well, maybe I will. I attached these with, see, I already put this together twice. I attached these with the, doggone, I can't think, I'm trying to work fast, the dimensionals, and I'm making sure my corners meet. I have attached my collar, and you'll notice how this, all I do is take my scissors. The collar's what's really important here. I just cut straight down that line. I'm just going to cut straight, just like that. Now I already cut the other side, but because this side is going to tuck up underneath here, you need to cut straight and then go back up with your collar. I hope that makes sense, because this is obviously out further. So you're going to cut straight into the corner, and then up to, and follow your collar line. And then you've got this, and you add your little buttons down the front, and you end up with a card like this. Don't forget to add your little, I put gold cord in the center, and there is your card. And I hope you have a happy Father's Day. Thank you.